Hey everyone, and welcome to a deep dive into something I think we've all probably had to deal with at some point. Scars.
Yeah.
We're exploring natural ways to reduce how they look, all based on a recent guide from topnaturalhealth.com.
So it's a really good topic.
Yeah.
Because scars, they're so common
Right.
and they can come from anywhere, whether it's like a kitchen mishap or something more serious like surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And it's totally natural to want to minimize how they look. And this guide we're looking at today has some really good DIY methods.
Yeah, and I like that it uses stuff you might already have at home.
Exactly. Like you don't need a whole bunch of fancy ingredients.
Yeah, before we get into the home remedies themselves though, I'm curious from a scientific standpoint when we're talking about scars, what's actually happening there? Like why do some scars fade quickly and others stick around forever?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it really comes down to understanding the different types of scars.
Okay.
Because just like you wouldn't use a hammer when you need a screwdriver,
Yeah, right.
you need the right approach for the type of scar you have.
So let's break down these scar types. What are we working with here?
Okay, so one of the most common types is a hypertrophic scar. And those are the ones that kind of rise up from the skin.
Okay.
They often look red or kind of purplish.
Mm.
And basically what's happening is your body's producing too much collagen as the wound heals,
Mm-hmm.
which creates that raised look.
So it's like an overzealous repair job.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, there are also keloids, which are similar to hypertrophic scars. They also involve too much collagen.
Mm-hmm.
But keloids, they can actually grow beyond where the wound originally was.
Mm.
And they might be itchy or even tender to the touch.
Ooh, those sound trickier.
Yeah, they can be.
What about scars that are more depressed or sunken in?
Right, so those are atrophic scars, and they're often caused by things like acne or chickenpox.
Okay.
They happen when you lose actual tissue during healing. So it leaves that indentation in the skin.
Gotcha. So depending on what type of scar we're dealing with, are there remedies that work better than others?
Absolutely, and that's why figuring out your scar type is so important.
Okay.
Because something that might work wonders on a raised hypertrophic scar might not do much for an atrophic scar.
That makes total sense. Scars. Let's talk about natural ways to deal with them. What are some of the top contenders that caught your eye from the topnaturalhealth.com guide?
Well, one that always stands out to me is aloe vera. And it's not just for sunburns. Aloe vera is amazing at boosting collagen production, which is like the key to healthy skin and scar healing.
Interesting. I usually just think of aloe vera as soothing and cooling. I didn't realize it had that direct of an effect on collagen.
It really does. It's kind of a powerhouse.
Mhm.
Because on top of the collagen boost, it's super hydrating, which is so important for keeping the scar tissue soft and pliable while it's healing.
Mm.
And that can really help make the scar less noticeable as time goes on.
So it's like a multi-pronged approach to scar reduction. I'm into it. What else is in our natural remedy toolkit here?
All right, so this one might sound a little surprising, but onion extract.
Onion extract.
Yes, onion extract.
Okay, you're going to have to convince me on this one.
I know it doesn't exactly scream skincare,
Right.
but hear me out. Onion extract has actually been clinically proven to reduce scar size, especially for those raised, thicker scars we talked about, like keloids.
Okay.
It works by basically telling those overachieving collagen cells to chill out.
Oh,
It actually inhibits the overproduction of collagen and reduces inflammation.
so it's like calming everything down.
Exactly. And you don't even have to rub a raw onion on your skin.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right.
I was picturing walking around with onion slices taped to my face.
No. You can find onion extract in a bunch of over-the-counter scar gels and creams.
Yeah.
Much more convenient.
Okay, that's good to know.
That's-
So much better than the onion slices.
So much better.
Okay, what else is on our natural scar busting list today? So onion extract, duly noted. What other natural remedies are we looking at?
Well, we talked about boosting collagen production. But what about protecting the collagen we've already got?
Okay.
That's where vitamin E comes in.
Okay.
It's a powerful antioxidant. Helps protect our skin cells from free radical damage.
Okay, that makes sense. I know free radicals are bad news for skin in general, but I never really put that together with scars.
Yeah, it's all connected. Free radicals, they can actually mess with your skin's natural healing process.
Yeah.
It even makes scars look worse over time.
Oh, wow.
But vitamin E, it's like a little bodyguard. It neutralizes those free radicals and it helps create a healthier environment for your skin to repair itself.
So it's like we're giving our skin its best shot at healing right from the start.
Exactly.
I like it. Okay, so I have to admit, I'm a huge fan of this next one, especially in the kitchen. We're talking about coconut oil.
Ah, yes.
Is there anything this stuff can't do?
Right. Coconut oil, it's like the ultimate multitasker.
Yeah.
And when it comes to scars, its secret weapon is how incredibly moisturizing it is.
Okay.
We're talking deep hydration here, the kind that can really soften scar tissue and make it less noticeable.
That makes a lot of sense. When I think about the scars I'm self-conscious of, it's usually the ones that feel kind of dry and rough.
Exactly.
Uh,
And on top of the moisturizing, coconut oil also has anti-inflammatory properties,
Yes.
which can help with any redness or irritation around the scar.
Okay.
And some people even find that it helps fade the look of scars over time, although we need more research to say for sure on that.
Yeah, but even still sounds like a win-win to me, especially since, like you said, most of us probably have coconut oil at home already.
Exactly. So versatile.
Okay, speaking of things you probably already have, the topnaturalhealth.com guide also mentioned lemon juice. I'm curious about that one.
Yeah, lemon juice is interesting. It's got citric acid in it, which basically acts as a natural bleaching agent. So it can be good for lightening dark scars or evening out skin tone.
Oh,
But, and this is a big but, lemon juice can also make your skin more sensitive to the sun.
oh, so using lemon juice on a scar without sunscreen is a no-go.
Pretty much, yeah. If you're going to try lemon juice on your scars, you really got to be on top of the sunscreen,
Okay.
even on cloudy days.
Yeah.
And like with any new remedy, it's always a good idea to do a patch test first,
Right.
just to make sure your skin doesn't react badly.
Great advice. Okay, so I know the guide we're looking at is all about natural remedies, but
Yeah.
it did mention something called silicone gel sheets, which aren't exactly something you whip up in your kitchen, but I've heard dermatologists recommend them. So what's the deal with those?
So silicone gel sheets are really great for a lot of different types of scars. And dermatologists recommend them because they're non-invasive and they've been clinically proven to work.
Huh?
They work by creating a protective barrier over the scar, which helps regulate moisture and collagen production.
So it's like we're creating this ideal healing environment.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because they're so gentle, you can even use them on sensitive skin.
That's great.
You can usually find them at most drugstores too.
Okay.
So they're pretty accessible.
This is all such good information. We've covered so much. Aloe vera, onion, extract, silicone gel sheets. I think what I'm taking away from all of this is that you don't need fancy, expensive treatments to see results. A lot of this stuff we can easily work into our routines.
Yeah, I think that's a really important takeaway. And it's so cool to me that even though these remedies are natural and often things we already have, they're working on these really complex biological processes to actually improve how scars look.
It's true. It's not just about masking the scar. It's about really supporting your skin's ability to heal.
Exactly.
Okay, so before we go too crazy with all these remedies, what are some things that our listeners should keep in mind when they're starting their own scar-reducing journeys?
Yeah. So the biggest thing is to be patient.
Yeah.
These remedies, they take time to work. We're talking weeks or even months of consistent use to see a real difference.
That's where I think a lot of us go wrong, right? We try something for a few days, don't see a miracle, and give up.
It's so true.
But consistency is key with skincare in general.
Absolutely. It's about making these remedies a part of your routine and giving them time to do their thing.
So patience and consistency. What else is important?
I also say that combining different approaches can be really effective.
Okay.
So, for example, you could apply aloe vera after using lemon juice to soothe and hydrate your skin.
Okay.
Or you could use coconut oil as a carrier oil for a drop or two of a scar-reducing essential oil, like lavender or frankincense.
Oh, I love that idea. It's like we're creating our own little personalized scar-reducing potions.
Exactly.
I love
Yeah.
it. It's true. It's like we're mixing up our own little concoctions.
Right?
Speaking of combining approaches, though, I'm curious about something that the topnaturalhealth.com guide mentioned that we haven't talked about yet. Scar massage?
Oh, yeah.
Have you looked into that at all?
Yeah. Scar massage is really interesting because it's like a more hands-on way to help break down scar tissue and encourage healing.
Okay.
And it can be a really powerful way to make the remedies we've been talking about even more effective.
So it's like we're giving our skin a little extra help.
Exactly.
Okay.
Gentle massage can really help improve blood flow to the area, which brings in oxygen and nutrients that are so important for healing.
Mm-hmm.
And it can also help soften and flatten the scar tissue over time.
That makes sense. I bet it also just feels really good to like give those areas a little extra TLC.
Oh, absolutely. And the best part is you don't need any special equipment or anything to do it.
Right.
You can just use your fingertips and gentle circular motions.
Easy enough. This has been so helpful. We've learned about all these different types of scars, how they form, and like a whole bunch of natural ways to try to minimize how they look.
And I think the most important thing is you don't have to just accept your scars the way they are.
Right.
There are things you could do to support your skin's own healing process and feel good about how you look.
I love that. For our listeners who are ready to become like scar reduction experts themselves, I know topnaturalhealth.com has some great resources.
They do.
They break all this stuff down in a way that's super easy to understand.
Yeah, they've done a really good job compiling the research and practical tips all in one place.
Perfect. Well, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for sharing all your knowledge with us.
My pleasure.
And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the world of natural scar reduction. We hope you learned a ton and feel ready to try out some of these techniques. Until next time, happy healing, everyone.